Hi, beautiful soul. Today we want to talk about what we can do in order to unleash our inner radiance, right? We have a goal that we can choose for the next 12 months with a new year that is coming soon, or we can just choose to do it regularly during the year. Okay, and we will have self-sabotage coming in. We will have to deal with some limiting belief and choosing to tap into our feminine energy instead of choosing the hustle culture while we are trying to achieve that goal is really going to be what makes the difference. So let's talk as first how to break the chains of self-sabotage when you have a goal or a desire that you want to bring into this reality. You will deal with your inner critic. Maybe you are creating some form of artwork. It might be a book that you are writing or the videos like I'm doing, but you feel like they are not good enough to be shown to the world. So, what you can do is to journal in order to eliminate that self criticism, right? Understand that it is by showing your work that you will be able to improve. For example, when we want to start a YouTube channel, we might wait to have everything perfect before you start, right? We, for my case, I had difficulty to clarify what is my niche because I want to express what is on my heart and not let myself be limited by a certain niche, right? But by expressing what interests me is how I can connect with the people. And when I see who are the people I'm connecting with, it gives me an idea of who my target audience is. But if I was sitting there and waiting to have clarity about who my target audience is, then I might never film a video and never publish it because I don't know who is my listener, right? For the algorithm, it is better when you know already who you are making the video for because the people who need that video will be able to find it easily. But also, if you don't know, don't let that stop you, right? Don't let your inner critic stop you by showing you that you don't know this and you don't know that. Instead, engage with what you want to create, and by creating it, you will have more clarity as time goes by and as you are trying to improve each time. So that is about your inner critic and journaling the limiting belief that might be behind that might be stopping you from expressing yourself, right? Even if your work is not good enough, by improving each time, that is how you will gain the experience, and that is how you will gain the expertise. Even if at the beginning you are not so good at explaining certain things, by explaining, by bringing in the repetitions, right? By filming, you will see, oh, my light quality is not so good. How can I improve that? You will see, maybe I can upgrade my sound quality and so on. Maybe I can upgrade the way I present, and maybe I can work on being more confident on camera. And really, by bringing in those repetition is how you will get there. And also by using your feminine energy, the untangible things like the visualization, the inner dialogue that you have with yourself, being encouraging and loving and self compassionate when you talk to yourself, right? So, those things are going to help you to eliminate the limiting belief. If you have a limiting belief, for example, YouTube is not for me. I'm not the kind of person that succeeds on YouTube. Okay, take your journal, write this down, and explore why. Why is it that you think like that, right? And sometimes we have unconscious belief, unconscious limiting belief, meaning that on a logical level, we think that We believe the world is a beautiful place full of opportunity and full of people to meet, right? But at a subconscious level, the actions that we do might be showing that we believe that the world is a dangerous place where we have to be careful, it's full of predators in many forms that are after us, right? And by thinking like that, you have a blockage. For example, I had that realization. I asked you the same question. What is the world for you? Do you believe that the world is a safe place where you can be yourself and have fun and just express yourself, and where there are so many opportunities, unlimited, infinite opportunities for you and for other people, and so many beautiful connections to be made with other people? Or do you believe that the world is a place where you have to be careful, it's unsafe to express yourself, people will laugh at you, and you have to be on your guard every time, or you have to be ready to fight people because everybody is after you in one way or another? So recently, I had this experience, that realization that at a logical level, I think, yes, it's a beautiful place, I can express myself. But at another level, I am afraid of fully expressing myself because of the consequences. So I was walking in the forest and it was snowy. It was a snowy day, so there was snow everywhere. And by following your intuition, the guidance, the inner guidance, you can see, okay, let's have fun in the snow. And with the limiting belief, you might be like, oh, but what if someone is looking at me or something like that, right? So I make it a habit for me to always follow my intuition, right? So I say, okay. And I went and danced on the snow. And then I lay down to have my snow angel, and it was so much fun. On the next day, I have the same intuition to do it again. And for me, it was like, well, today is not new, because I love to do something new every day, something that brings me out of my comfort zone, right? And for the second day, I was like, okay, I did it already yesterday, so it might not be as exciting or something. But I still chose to follow my intuition. So I went again and I do my snow angel. And what happened to that day? There are people coming to that place. It's a vast place with only grass, right? So it was covered with snow, and those people were coming to have some I don't know how to call it in English, snowboarding or something like that. So, because of my new realization that the world is a happy place where everybody is friendly and where it is safe to be yourself and to have fun, I was just continuing to do my snow angel and to laugh, because I was laughing because I was having the opportunity to embody that new belief that I have in my awareness, that the world is a safe place, right? And it was so much fun. And I was laughing and I was saying, thank you. Thank you to God, to the universe, to showing me this new belief that I can embody and that I can practice like this. By embodying it, by having that experience, it gets deeper into your body, into your energetical field, because you know that it's safe. So the reaction of those people were to smile, to whistle, also to have better mood, and to greet me, hello. I was on the floor and I was just having fun. So I also greet back, right? And this is how, at a deeper level, I now embody that belief that the world is a safe place. So when you have that belief, it is your behavior will be different, right? The things, maybe normally I would be like, oh, there are some people coming, so let's stand up fast and get clean, so and do as if I have just fallen or something, because it is uncomfortable to just be yourself there, where you have to first believe or one of the belief where you think the world is unsafe, right? That people are judging you and so on, that it's unsafe to express yourself. But if you think that the world is safe, then it doesn't matter what you are doing. You believe that other people have fun seeing you having fun, right? So I've talked about the self sabotage. I've talked about choosing your belief, your core belief, so that they are helping you on your way. And I also talk about the energy, using your feminine energy. For example, when we talk about that intuition, right? Following that intuition, it might be that you are hearing a voice, but it might also be an image that you see. It doesn't matter how it comes to you. We are all different and we will receive it in our own manner. But by choosing to follow that intuition every time is how you will be more in touch with your true self, with your true authentic self. And it's also how you will get the opportunity to grow a little bit more every time. So the journaling can help us to uncover those limiting beliefs and then to replace them with new beliefs that are going to bring us forward. Also, for the embodiment, I've talked about how experiencing that new belief in the form of being in my snow angel and seeing people coming and not stop, but having even more fun because I see how the universe was guiding me there on the second day again, because this time it is inner work at another level. Because when you do your inner work or your embodiment, when you are experiencing life with people around you, it's just as if you were doing the next level of inner work. It's easier when you are in a mountain somewhere alone doing your personal and spiritual growth. It's different than when you are between people, um, in the middle of other people, and you are doing those that same personal and spiritual growth, right? Because now you have the opinions and the energies and the thought of other people interfering with yours and trying to dance into your embodiment with all those people around you. It just takes you to another level really fast, right? You are growing at a quantum level because you are in the middle of other people who have their own agendas, let's say, and their own way of seeing the world that might differ from your way of seeing the world. All right. So, embodiment, dancing can be a way for us to express ourselves, right? Snow angel, the movement of our body, right? Having those experiences. Yoga is another form how we can improve our self awareness, our awareness of the present moment, how we can savor that beauty that is in the present moment, like having fun and seeing people coming and choosing to stay in that present moment and enjoy it fully. When you are doing yoga, you are doing the asanas, instead of being so ambitious that I want my asana, my posture to look so perfect, it's more important to connect with our breath and how to feel all of our senses, how they are reacting with the body, with the movement of the body, right? How the muscles are reacting, how our breath is behaving, and that kind of stuff. At the same time, when we dance, we can express some emotion and release them, right? Also for yoga, some positions, some asanas can help you to release some emotions. For example, when you do the asanas around the hip region, it helps you to eliminate and release the emotion that are related to your safety in this world, right? So hip openers will help you to have more confidence, more trust in life and in the people around you, in your environment, to feel safe in this world, for example. And things that strengthen the core will help you to have that higher sense of self confidence, right? And so on, right? I want to talk about my favorite asanas. Another one, like the headstand, can help you to have that courage, right? And to connect more with the universe, with the intelligence that is bigger than us, right? So being ups and down also change your perception of the world. So it's good for your courage, for being more intentional with how you move and dance in this life. And it's good for connecting with something higher than ourselves that we call God. All right. Choosing the feminine energy is the next point. So we talk about self-sabotage, we talk about the embodiment, dancing, yoga, having fun. Now let's talk about why feminine energy is so important to incorporate in your journey. Well, before I was thinking that in order to achieve something, you need to really be in a mode where you just want to go forward and you do your daily action steps and so on. When you don't, and this is very masculine energy like, which is okay, it will give you the results that you want. You might be not taking into account your well-being when you are just after a goal, so determined, and not bringing in the fun, the rest, and the what, which is the part of the feminine energy and the guidance, the inner guidance from a higher source. So it's a we are at the eve of a new year. So when you are setting your desires and goal for next year, please make it a point to do it the feminine way more this year, because in our default we are in the doing mode, right? We try to do more things because we think that by doing more things we will have more results. But what if we chose to let ourselves be guided into which actions to take, right? We call it the aligned actions, into which actions to take, into listening to our bodies, like those intuitions, those hunches that we have, do this or do that, or to visualize more what we want to achieve, to make sure that our intention is pure, that we are not just going after things that are important for society and stuff, for achievement, as a mark of achievement, but that are not fulfilling for us, right? So making sure that our intention is for our own well-being and for the well-being of everybody around us, right? I love to think that we can empower and master all areas of our life. And the power of a community is related to the power of the individual in that community, right? So if everybody is working on empowering and mastering their life in different aspects of their life, then at the end, humanity as a whole, our planet as a whole, is also improving and evolving and ascending as a whole, because everybody is contributing, right? So that's why it's so important to continuously work on ourselves, because by doing so, we get the opportunity to inspire others to do the same. If we can embody something, exemplify something, it's so much easier for other people to see what we are doing and to do the same. But if we are just teaching and having some empty words on what to do and what not to do, then it's like, yeah, she's saying this, but she's doing the contrary. So why should I listen to her, or why should I do it also, right? So that's why embodiment is so important. And to embody something, really, you can think at different levels, right? The daily actions are so much important, that's true. But at the same time, they need to be aligned daily actions. We talk about that intention. What is your bigger intention behind everything that you do? And are those daily actions aligned with your intention, right? What kind of energy do you bring to the table in every interaction that you have, right? Especially when we are challenged, right? This is the time where we should bring our nicest energy, our highest vibrational energy. How can we bring our highest vibrational energy? When we are challenged, when our energy is tending to get low because we are challenged, right? And this is when we do our inner work, we do some praying, some meditation in order to connect even deeper with that inner source and with that higher intelligence than us, to have some guidance on what to do. And this is when we can have the opportunity to receive new ideas, new opportunities, the support of the people around us, and be willing to receive that, right, when they are coming. And use those opportunities to go and do some aligned actions. All right. Know that it will be easy at some times and more challenging at other times, and choose every time to embrace both equally. The challenges, especially the challenges, because you understand that it is the only way for you to grow, right? And at the same time, you pray that the challenges that you get are not so heavy that they just finish with you. And you have trust that the universe, the higher intelligence, will never give you a challenge that you cannot tackle successfully. So, taking success and failure equally is going to help you to be resilient, to continue to go forward. And when you continue to go forward, you have some new insight on yourself. You discover yourself, know that self, right? You don't give your power away because you expect that everybody else knows better than you, but you have that confidence that the challenges that you receive are here for your growth. So you are willing to accept them and to accept the support of others also, in order to tackle that challenge successfully with the guidance of a higher source than us, of God. So it's so important to have that great connection with God. Recently, I was listening to a book, The Secret Door to Success by Florence Scovel Sheen. And some of the affirmations in that book that resonated with me were, one is, what God has done for others, He now does for me, and so much more. It was Emerson that said that envy is ignorance and imitation is suicide. So, in difficult times in our life, we tend to look around what everybody else is doing, and we tend to be like, oh, I am envious because they are already successful, and so on. So, envy is ignorance, because if you knew the whole story, you will understand that everybody gets what they can tackle, right? And maybe that person is on another level in their own journey, while you are just beginning yours, right? And this is only in one area of life. Maybe in another area, you are further on the journey than that person. So when we try to compare ourselves to others, we don't see the whole picture, right? And if you want to empower and master all areas of your life, then you are constantly working on yourself. You are constantly connecting to that higher power to have the clarity on what your next step is in each of the areas. So, my mentor, Dr. John DeMartini, said that instead of comparing yourself with others, you better compare your daily actions with your own goals and dreams and aspirations. And it makes so much sense, right? When we are having some daily actions that are aligned with what we really want, then we are going forward. And it was Earl Nightingale who said that success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So if you are working every day on your dream, on your aspirations, then you are being successful, regardless of what it might look like to someone else or to yourself sometimes, right? So also using the leverage of other people. For example, I am looking for an editor that can help me to edit some videos, right? And regardless, I can use the live stream, because when I use live streaming, I don't have to edit anything, the video is there. So using both methods, have someone come in and help me with the editing will make the process easier for me than if I'm doing everything myself. All right. So coming into those affirmation again, what God has. So if you feel yourself being envious or jealous, you say what God has done for others, He now does for me, and so much more. So that was a woman who saw a gift and a geschenk, a gift, right? And she was envious. And she started repeating that affirmation. And soon after, she received the same gift and another gift um, additionally to that one. So that is one that I really loved. And what was another one that I can think about right now? Oh, yeah, the walls of delay and lack now crumble, and I enter my promised land with grace. Something like that. So the book was really interesting. I knew her already from her first book. I think it was her first book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. I really recommend that book. It's really inspiring. All right. What else did I wanted to talk about that I didn't get the chance to talk about? Let me think. So we talk about the self-sabotage. We talk about the um, embodiment practices and also the feminine energy. Yes. So I really recommend that we use our feminine energy on our journey to materialize our dreams and our goals, because it makes sure that we not only have success in this materialization of what we want, but also that we take care of ourselves, not only on the physical level, but also our energy and our soul, right? We nurture the mind, the body, and the soul on our journey, and this can be done with our feminine side. It doesn't mean that we should neglect the masculine side, right? Still important. We have to have everything that can help us on our journey. All right. So that is what was on my heart to share with you. And I'm so happy that I could do this live stream today. And I wish you all the best. And until next time, stay inspired. Bye. Oh, I see that I have some viewers. So if you have questions for me, feel free to ask them in the chat. I'm starting my camera again. Do you have some questions for me? I'm going to wait for a moment if something comes up. Okay. Do you have any questions for me? Oh, yeah, I can add that when you have that desire, a big desire, right? A goal or a dream that you want to achieve. And if it seems too big for you, then it's the moment where you want to chunk it down into smaller baby steps, right? Into more achievable goals. And chunk every milestone so small that you can really have something that you can do in one day you can start with one action. Like, for example, think about your goal right now, okay? And think about one action that you can do right now or in the next 24 hours that is going to bring you in some way a little bit closer to that big dream that you have. It might be something very simple, right? It might be a simple baby step that you have to take, or it might be something more challenging. But if you take something that you can do within the next 24 hours, then it's really going to help you to see that my dream is possible for me, right? Because when we are in the self sabotage, we can think, oh, it's possible for other people, but not for me. And why? Why is it not possible for you, right? It's a decision that you can take. I remember also when I realized that I have to embody the fact that the world is a safe place, I was more like, oh, I have some work to do, right? Like it would take me a long time to start embodying this new belief. But then it appeared to me that why should it take so long to embody a new belief? I can decide that it is done now, right? It is now my new belief. I take it, I accept it, it is done, it's new, it's now my new belief, right? So, because I have been living a certain way in the past, my body will need some time in order to adjust to that new belief. But I can say to my mind, right, and try to act as if that new belief was now true. So, this is how you accelerate your process because you can start saying to everybody around you, oh, I'm working on this new belief to believe that the world is a safe place. You can do that for, I don't know, weeks and months and maybe years even. Or you can say, it's done. It's my new belief. I replaced the old belief with this new belief and it's done, right? So if it's done, then you start behaving like that new belief to show that it's really done. Even your environment might be in contradiction with that new belief, right? But the more you do it, the more you will see your environment reflect that new belief to yourself. Okay, so that was another important point. Why not for you, right? You can decide right now that that dream that you want is for you and you start embodying it, meaning that every day you do the actions. That means that it is for me, right? Like I'm doing this live stream. The person that I was 5 years ago was so afraid to start her YouTube channel that she can not even imagine that she will be doing live streaming, right? But here I am today doing this live stream with you. So it is like a quantum jump for this person 5 years ago. And this is how, by exemplifying, by embodying the YouTuber, right? By embodying the live streamer, I am becoming someone that is doing her live stream, that is doing her YouTube videos, and I embrace the support and the challenges along the way. So take your own dream, your own desires, and say that it's possible for you and start every day doing actions that are aligned with that new identity of yours. All right. I look at what I have written before I started the live stream. Yes, you are totally capable of more than what you can imagine at this moment right now. See, if I go 5 years back and I take a random day in the day of that person that I was 5 years ago, and that with that person who has that dream of one day starting a YouTube channel, she will not even imagine that it was possible for her to not only start a YouTube channel, but be doing live stream and stuff like that, right? So at this moment, what is possible for you, you cannot even imagine. And that's why I talk about start living the life beyond your dreams. right? Because your dreams are in some way even limited, because you can only see what you can see from this person that you are today. But the person that you are becoming will unfold some new dreams. And in your imagination with visualization, you can start seeing that person right now, right? Imagine the person that has your dream. Okay, from YouTube, let's say that I have now reached my 1,000 subscribers for monetization and 4,000 hours of watch time that are the requirement for monetization. Okay, when I'm there, what is the next step for that person, right? That might be the dream beyond my dream, right? And how does that person live? How does she behave? Who is she, right? If I can embody her right now, I guess she will be more consistent with uploading videos or with doing live streams and more engaging with a community, right? And that kind of things I can start doing right now. Maybe one day I do one action. It doesn't have to feel overwhelming for me. I can do it little by little, right? And using this visualization in order to accelerate my process. Because if I've seen myself doing it in my mind eyes, if you can see yourself doing this in your mind eyes, then it's like when it's here in the reality, it is something that you have already seen. So it is something that was already done, right? And that is why visualization and using your, not only your physical body, but all your body, like your energetical body, your imagination, and so on, can really help you on your journey to materialize anything that you really want. All right, what else? And yes, if you have your questions, feel free to ask them. When we talk about embodiment, it's also important to feel all your senses. For example, activities like yoga and dancing we talk about, but also cooking, right? Cooking some delicious, healthy food for yourself. You are engaging your senses like the colors of the foods, the smell of the aromas, and the texture of the different ingredients, right? And even when you taste your food and you can taste and feel all those elements and smell and see beautiful food in front of you and enjoy it, you are using your senses, and this will heighten your intuition as well, right? So it's a journey, and your feminine energy side is strengthened or awakens your feminine energy even more when you are uh, playing with your senses like that. All right. So these are the points that I wanted to cover, and now I have to go to the door. So thank you so much for being here with me. So happy that I could do this live stream. Until next time, stay inspired. Bye. I love you. Bye bye. Bye bye.